It is time for another theme park coasting top 10 video where we count down the top 10 rides and attractions at theme parks all around the world. So join me today as we count down the top 10 rides at Crealy. Starting off at number 10, we have the most fishy ride at the park. Yes, this is Shark Bay, where you can board your very own shark for a junior roller coaster adventure full of many snappy elements and some jawsome theming. Okay, I'm finished with the puns now. Genuinely though, this indoor coaster created by SBF Visa is a great ride for any of those younger thrill seekers looking for their first coaster. However, still to this very day, I, being a 16-year-old, still ride Shark Bay as there's just some fin about it. Ahoy there mateys, and welcome to our number 9 spot, the Jolly Roger. If you think that you are shipshape, think again, as this ride will even get the bravest pirate seasick. This ride begins by rocking up and down, but not for long, as the seas begins to get a little bit choppy, making your boat also spin for the 2-minute duration of the ride. Over here on Theme Park Coasting, we rarely do ride Jolly Roger though, as these types of rides are located at pretty much every theme park. But if you do choose to ride, get ready to set sail on the 7 seas. Is it a hot day in the UK? Unlikely, but if by some miracle you head to Crealy on a sunny day, then you would love this spot. Aqua Blasters, the coolest bumper car ride that I have ever been on, because this isn't your normal bumper cars, it is a water bumper cars, which allows you to spin around and drive in the water. But that's not it, because you also get to use a water cannon on your 1 or 2 person boat to squirt your opponents. A quick warning in advance though is that there is nowhere to hide, so once you set off, brace yourself for an experience like no other, and it's probably best to bring a towel. For our number 7 position, we are heading back in time on Dino Jeeps. Now, before we even start talking about this ride itself, look at the logo on the front of the car. Do you think they got a little bit of influence from Jurassic Park? Don't worry though guys, as apart from this there's hardly anything similar apart from heading around a Jurassic world full of many dinosaurs, but be careful as you may come across some Velociraptors or T-Rexes at their lunchtime. This is a great ride for children out there being able to drive their own Jeep, and for us older folks, who doesn't want to see a dinosaur? It is time for our first thrill ride on the list, as at number 6 we have the Flying Dutchman, the only ride at the park where you can decide your own thrill level. Let me explain. This is a classic pirate ship ride located around the world, and with it rocking you up as well as down, if you get a seat at the back or the front of the boat, you could both go a lot higher, therefore providing more thrills during the swing. On the other hand, if you sit in the middle, you will rock a lot less, making it better for those younger pirates out there. No matter where you sit though, the rocking motion will make you shiver your timbers. Top 5, or should I say, as we are going to be soaring through the sky with Time Machine. This is the park's swing ride, and in comparison to all the other ones around the world, I would say this is mid-level, getting off the floor but not flying at 400 feet in the air, so we'd recommend it for kids and adults alike. I think looking at this ride, it is quite self-explanatory, but once you boarded, you will start to spin around in circles and then start to rise, as well as tilting a little bit until you are feeling the wind against your face and swinging around the corners. How cool is that? 3, 2, 1, go, go, go. As for our number 4 spot, Vortex is the race like no other. standing at 16 meters high. Once you make it to the top of the structure, you could choose one of 3 slides: Venom, Vertigo or Viper, but be careful with your choice as only one will win the race, and also they do have different layouts. The Viper is the longest slide at 72 meters, full of many twists and turns, but it doesn't mean it's the slowest. Vertigo is pretty much a vertical drop, and then there's Venom, which is a little bit bumpy. Comment down below which one you would choose. Here we enter into the top 3 rides at the park, and coming in for this spot we have Tidal Wave Log Flume, and as you can probably guess by the name, you may get a little wet. Located at the back of the park, this ride is often missed by guests, but unless it is raining, which I think we can all understand, I cannot stress how good this ride is, especially due to the incline in log flumes within the UK. As soon as you leave the station, there is no time to enjoy the beautiful area as you are into the first drop. This is then followed by a little layout looking at all the trees and lake beside you before another drop. Yes, you heard me right, there is not only one drop on this attraction, but 2 at a height of 40 feet, making me not only very wet, but always wanting to ride this log flume when I head to Crealy. Between number 2 and number 1, it was tough, but we decided to put my first ever roller coaster at the number 2 spot. This is Maximus, and before I rode this one, I did not do any ride that went round a corner or upside down, so I was pretty limited, making this ride very important to me. However, it is still a great coaster at the park with its amazing theming and many elements leaving you pretty Maximus. Such elements include the 2 laps at a 30 feet drop, a helix and some twists and turns, creating a very fun roller coaster experience for the whole family. On top of this, the new Greek overlay since 2009 I think, a tunnel section and lots of theming pieces have been added to make the overall experience just 10 times better. So in our opinion, a trip to Crealy is not complete without a ride on Maximus. We have made it to the number 1 spot, and for the best ride at Crealy we have the Twister. Since its debut back in 2015, guests of all ages have enjoyed spinning around on this wild mouse. Nevertheless, if I was going to put an age bracket on this ride, I would definitely put the older kids, as this is the most intense ride at the park in our opinion, and here is why. On this attraction, not only will you experience the typical wild mouse turns, drops and some pretty big airtime hills, but also the whole ride spins, hence the name Twister. So as you get halfway through the track, your car will start to spin and make you, let's just say, a little dizzy on this ride. But no matter whether you feel really dizzy or not, you can all agree that Twister is definitely the best ride at the park. That is it from our top 10 video today. Obviously you all have your own opinions and we would love to see them in the comment section below. Also, if you enjoyed the video, at the top we have got 2 videos that we know you will love, and at the bottom there is our Patreon page as well as subscribe button. But with all that said, there is only one thing left to say. My name is Tom Derrick from ThemeParkCollective, and I will see you for the next video. Goodbye.